What's up, everybody? Good.
How have these first couple days been for you so far?
It's been good. I mean, it almost feels surreal at first, but, I feel like we're getting into a groove of things, and it's, every day is just another day full of just learning and excitement, and it's just a lot of fun.
What is it like working and communicating with BBK, a former rival in the Pac-12? What's that been like?
Playing with him is good. I mean, we take pride in being intelligent players, and so working with him, we kind of put our heads together and just, a lot of talking, a lot of communicating on the field, and just, trying to take over the defense, being that gel between the D-line and the DBs.
Pete Carroll was talking about how you and BBK came right in and kind of took command of the defense and knew what you were doing right away. How important was it for you to come in feeling like you could?
Very important. That was, like I said earlier, I take pride in being, a good communicator and intelligent football player, and so coming in and being able to take over the defense and learning it as best as I could days prior to the camps was big for me.
Can you describe that process of learning the defensive playbook? You get drafted on Friday. Then what? When do you get the book? How do you read it? How much do you study?
Yeah. A few days later, they sent me an iPad, and then I opened it and looked at everything, and I was kind of just like, the hell? But then, I called my linebacker coach and just told him what I should look at, and I just started taking tons of notes. Just notes and notes and notes for hours, and just so I got a good splatter of it. And then once I came here, they described the lingo and described what means what. You know what I mean? So I had a good idea coming in, and then once they described to me the details of it, then I get a pretty good handle of it.
Marquise Blair yesterday was asked to describe you, and he said he was our leader. Is that how you would describe yourself on a team? What kind of role do you like that?
Yeah, I take pride in being a leader, but I wouldn't describe myself as that. I don't like to talk about myself as much. I just say, I'm just a guy who works hard and just tries to do his 1/11th on the football team to make the team better.
Did you know any of the other Pac-12 guys, Hugo or Ben, before this?
I knew Ben because of the Combine. We were at the Combine hanging out together, and then most of the Pac-12 guys I got to know was from the Combine, but before that, I really didn't know anybody, just of name.
So if you're playing primarily middle out there right now?
Yeah, all Mike, yeah.
Is that sort of where they have you going forward? Or?
Yeah, they told me going in too. When I got drafted, it said outside linebacker. So I was like, okay, well, I'm cool with that. But yeah, they told me going in I'd be a Mike, maybe a little Will, but just at this camp so far, it's been all Mike.
How do you like that? Or is that
I love it. Yeah, so my last year at Utah, that's what I was, and so I love Mike.
How much crossover is there from? Obviously, there's going to be some verbiage difference, but from what you did at Utah to this, is there some similarity there?
Yeah, just a lot of the fits are the same, and just the way their man defense here is pretty similar, and the zone drop's a little different. But besides that, there's a lot of similarities. I'm sure with any other team as well, and so it makes it easier.
What do you love about it? Middle.
About what?
Middle. Like.
Just I like being off the ball and being able to diagnose from the middle of the field, and also I like being that. The Mike calls the plays and is the vocal point in the middle of the field, so I like being the leader in the middle and just calling things out and talking about what I see. And with me and Ben out there, we're just talking back and forth, seeing what we see, and I just like being that centerpiece.
You got a defensive coordinator here who's a very accomplished linebacker. Just what are your thoughts of Norton so far?
Yeah, Coach Norton's awesome. He's very intense, and he's from what I know, what I read about him, so he's a great player, and he's the coach that makes you want to play your hardest and just you don't want to mess up because you want to, you want to do the right thing for him and just play super hard. And that's what I love about him, and he gets everyone juiced up and just super smart.
Have you met Bobby Wagner or talked to him ever?
Yeah, once. So I met him and KJ Wright my first day here and just shook their hands, and that was it. And they were out.
He's a decent middle linebacker. What do you expect to learn from him?
Everything. I mean, I talked about it last night. I'm going to stick to his hip, KJ's hip, and just, see their routine and what works for them and what makes them a great player and just learn as much as I can from those guys.
What are your impressions of DK when you see him on the other side of the ball, a big receiver like him? What kind of goes through your mind?
That I'm not going to let him catch the ball. No, he's a big dude, obviously, but, I just can hopefully undercut him. I know he's a fast dude, too, so if he runs an underneath right now, it'll be good, but if he's running deep, I don't know.
Cody, what's it like playing with Marquise again? He was kind of a man of very few words, but how would you describe his play?
Describe Keith's play is just he plays very hard. He just wants to hit people. Like you said, he doesn't talk much, but he's a very mellow, cool guy. But then all of a sudden he puts the helmet on. He's a wild man and just wants to kill people. But great player, super smart too on the field, has great range, and so playing with him, coming from Utah, I know how he plays, and he's gonna do great things here.
A couple other Utah guys out here too.
Yeah. So I mean, being with people I know, like Lo Falamaka's out here too, and so being with people I know is just that makes it more home, I guess.
Anything else? Thanks, Cody.
Thanks, guys.